279.
Awesome.
And then the second question, the same thing. All you had to do was just add the decimal. So the decimal would go after the 2.
So you got 2
Point,
decimal
yeah, 79.
79. Okay, so you use the same method for both answers? Awesome. Did anybody else do something differently? Taha?
So, like, for the first one, I did the same thing as Manal, but then for the second one, I just saw that for 1.46 and 1.33, they have decimals and, like, in the same, you could say, place, right? So I put a decimal, like, where it is in those numbers to 279. So I put a number, a decimal after 2, and I got 2.79.
Okay, so you just inputted the decimal there because you
Yeah.
knew the answer already?
No, because I looked at the two numbers that you're adding, 1.46 and 1.33. They both had decimals in the same area, so I put it after the 2 in 279.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Russia?
First I did like 3 plus 6, and then 4 plus 3, and then 1 plus 1.
Awesome. So something very similar to what is up here? Perfect. Anybody else with a different method? So you can see how you can use what you know about adding whole numbers and apply it to adding decimals. It's just important to remember where the decimal is in the number. And I'm going to give you guys just one more question to do. So this is, you're going to see this in your worksheets that we do today. So we have 0 decimal 65 plus 0 decimal 22 equals blank over 100. So this is a fraction plus blank over 100 equals blank over 100. And then down here, or over here, we have blank 65 plus 0.22.
I know that the first two numbers would stay the same with 0.65 and 0.22. So I just put those in the first two blanks.
So, sorry, what were the numbers in the blanks?
65
65.
and then 22.
22.
And then I added those up, which equals 87. So it would be 87 over 100, which equals 0.87.
Right, so you would have 0. Okay, so then so you know that 0.65 is equivalent to 65 over 100, right?
Yeah.
How did you convert it back to a decimal?
Because I know that it would mean that because the first two numbers have a 0 in front of it, so I'm guessing that that number would also have a 0 in front of it because there's nothing over 100, so it wouldn't be a 1 and point something.
Taha, you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, what she said, like, she like converted that to a fraction because you know that it's not the one whole because it's 87 over 100. That'll be 0, and then the 87 from 0.87 is like the remaining, like how much is there, basically. So 0.87 would be.
Tim?
What I did to change the decimals to the fractions is when you do the fractions and to turn it to a decimal, you move the decimal point. I moved it the other way back and back to where it looks like a whole number. So it's 0.65. I moved it to the 6, so it's 6.5. Then I moved it to the right, and it's 65, and it moved 2 spaces, so then there's 2 zeros. So
Right, so what Tim is saying is that he knows that 87 over 100, the decimal would be after the 7, if there was a decimal there. So to get it back to a decimal, you can jump 2 places back because there's 2 zeros. It's an easy way to remember. Perfect. Any questions?
Can I point out a misconception I've seen right now? I've seen a couple students do this. Oh, you guys can't see it, but I've seen 0.87. I'll do it on the iPad, and then you guys will see it. Over 100. So I've seen more than one student write down 0.87 over 100. Can you tell me what looks odd about that answer when it's compared to the answer? The answer is supposed to be 0.87. Sorry, the answer, that's my mistake, sorry. The answer is supposed to be, 0.87 or 87 over 100. Tell me what's wrong with 0.87 over 100. Because I've seen a few of you write this down. Hussein.
The problem with that is that it's basically a fraction and there's no decimals in the fraction.
Well, there can be. You're entering a world now where decimals can be in a fraction. However, 0.87 over 100 is really saying, it's really saying 87 over 10,000. Because if your number at the top, it's not quite 1 yet. So it would be 1 over 100 would be the closest whole number to 0.87. So if you put 0.7 over 100, you're really telling me 87 over 10,000 is your answer. So you have to be careful when you're converting, because the final answer is not supposed to be in decimal form. Sorry, it's not supposed to be in fraction form. It's either fractions or decimals. We haven't gotten to decimals in fractions yet. That'll be later on. And then you'll understand why 0.87 over 100 is equal to 87 over 10,000. Okay? Other than that, you guys did a really good job today. I'm going to post this on our Google Sites. So you're going to find this exact video.